Om. शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। Hari Om. A very blissful Friday morning to every one of you. Welcome to this beautiful, most auspicious, the most divine temple which is within our own selves. My loving pranams at the divine lotus feet of my Guru, Papa Swami Ramdas of Anandashram, Kanjangad, Kerala, and my beloved parents. We are trying to understand the meaning of all the shlokas of Soundarya Lahari composed by Bhagavad Pada Adi Shankaracharya. We always get a doubt, how could Adi Shankaracharya, a brahmachari, compose this kind of stotra which describes every organ of a female body? And moreover, he was Advaita Siddhanti. Isn't this Dvaita? When you describe a body, physical body, that means you are different from that body. So this becomes Dvaita too. But as we go further, we will realize that even though he has seen it externally, as we know the story, he went to Kailasa, he saw the universal mother there, the physical body of the mother, but he always used to see her within himself. When you see her within your own self, this is Advaita. So there should be no doubt in us. In the first shloka itself, he says, Shiva Shaktya Yukto. And then all the other actions are performed only when Shiva is united with Shakti. Once again, we get a doubt here. Are they different? When Shiva is united with the Shakti, then he is capable of doing some actions. Then we understand that they are different, separate from each other, and when they get united, then Shiva can do this job or so. A fire. Fire is always hot. Heat is the nature of fire. Can we separate this heat from fire? We cannot. In the same way, Shakti is not different from Shiva. Always together only. But how butter is there in milk? All of us know this. Butter is hidden, not visible. In the same way, Shakti is always united with the Shiva. But there is difference. Shiva is Chaitanya. But like electricity, if just electricity is there, it is of no use to us. We need some gadgets there. Switch on the light, switch on the fan, fridge or some gadget is needed there so that the electricity moves through that, flows through that gadget, and then the gadget works. Then it is of use to us. In the same way, Shiva is Chaitanya, and the power of that. Like how heat of fire, similarly the power of this Chaitanya, that is Shakti. Shakti can be passive as well as active. Shiva can only be passive, Shiva can never be active. Whereas Shakti has two aspects. She can be passive. Whenever the situation arises, she can be active. Active is Kriyatmaka. Passive is simply being there, no Kriya at all. Yes, she can be like this also, both ways. When needed, she can become active. To give an example, in the olden days, not now, not the present generation, I'm talking about the 1 or 2 generation ago, the gents used to work outside, go to the office or wherever they have to work. But at home, they would not do anything. Even if one glass of water, if they need to drink, they will call the wife, get me a glass of water. And the wife obediently would give a cup of water. Nowadays, it's not so. Nowadays, even the boys, the males also work like females. I mean, at home or even in the kitchen. So, like that, Shiva is simply sitting there as witness, as a sakshi. Whereas, our mother, she can be simply sitting if needed, or she can be creative. She can be active. Rather, she is the one who creates the first vibration. Only when vibration is there, it can be expanded. Otherwise, how Chaitanya, we call this as a Brahma. What do you mean by Brahma? Brahma is the one which can expand. How can it expand? Only when Shakti is there. Only when Shakti works, Shakti creates the first spandana or first vibration. Only then it can be expanded. That is why in the first shloka itself, Shankaracharya says, Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum Nache Devam Devo Nakhalu Kushalaha Spanditumapi. Otherwise, they can't even have one spandana also. If she is not with them, they cannot have anything. They cannot do any activities. No actions can be performed by Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva or any other devatas also. Only when they are united with her, only when she becomes creative, then only they can do their work. And in the last line of the first shloka, he says, Pranantum stotum va katham akrita punyaha. Even to prostrate to that universal mother, or to chant this Soundarya Lahari, or listen to somebody's chanting, or understand the meaning of the shlokas of Soundarya Lahari, one must have done lot of punya in the previous births. So how fortunate we all are. We must thank that goddess for blessing us with this kind of interest to chant as well as to learn the meaning of the shlokas. Let us see what he says in the second shloka. Taniyam sampamsum tava charana panke rugabhavam virinchi sanchinvan virachayati lokana vikalam vahatyenam shaurihi kathamapi sahasrena shirasam harasangshuddyaidam bhajati bhasito dhulana vidhim. The second, third, fourth shloka, etc. Adi Shankaracharya is glorifying the dust under the holy feet of the goddess. As we all know, Sanatana Dharma gives lot of value or importance to the Pada Dhuli, Pada Raja. dust under the feet of God or Guru. We all generally prostrate to our Guru at his feet, his or her feet. We don't go and touch the Guru's head and say that we are doing namaskara, do we? We don't touch the head. We don't touch their shoulders. We don't touch their hands. We don't touch their thighs or legs, but we touch the feet of the God or Guru. Because the energy flows from the body of that Guru through the feet. We can receive the energy from the feet of that physical body. Even while offering flowers, we are supposed to offer flowers at the feet of God, not at the head or hand. For decoration purpose, we may offer at the head. But imagine, God is standing right in front of us. Then, where will we offer flowers? If it's a garland, well and good, on the neck. But other flowers, loose flowers, where do we offer? Do we go and assume that Goddess is standing right in front of us? Shall we go and put the flowers on her head? No. By default, we know that we are supposed to offer it at the feet of the God or Guru. We touch the feet of Guru and take his blessings. The energy is flowing through the feet of the Guru. Some Gurus, they don't allow the devotees to touch the feet. Some allow. Most of the Peethadipatis, they cannot allow anybody else to touch their body. Because these are all vibrations. Like how we get energy from them, vibration from them, our negative energy is also passed on to them. That is why it is said that most of these gurus get the attacks of highest degree of diseases because we transfer. They have the capacities, gurus have the capacity to receive all our sins. Ramana Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, they all were attacked by the hardest disease because they received all our sins. Like how we receive their blessings, they receive all our sins. But for them it doesn't matter because they are above the body level, body consciousness. So here Adi Shankaracharya is explaining, glorifying the power of the dust under her feet. And we glorify Paduka. Pada is feet. Uka. Uka means in Sanskrita protection. The one which protects the feet is Paduka or footwear. Sanatana Dharma gives lot of importance to Pada as well as Paduka. Because the Guru is wearing that Paduka. So imagine the energy in that Paduka. So we touch the Paduka and take that kind of energy into us. The energy flows into us. In Ramayana, all of us know the story. Rama goes to the forest after giving word to his father that 14 years, yes, I will be there in the forest. But then later, Bharata comes to the forest along with all the mothers and after the death of Dasharatha and begs Sri Rama, please come back. My mother committed a mistake. It was a sin. You please come back. Sri Rama says, no, I can't come back. I've already given word to my father. Then Bharata says, please give me your paduka. I'll keep this paduka in the simhasana, on the throne, and then rule the kingdom. That is what he did. He kept those paduka on the throne and ruled Ayodhya for 14 years in the absence of Sri Rama. See what value is given to all these. We underestimate. So here he says, Taniyamsam pamsum tava charana panke ruha. Under the lotus feet of you, there is dust. Taniyamsum, very minute particle. Pamsum is dust. Minute dust particles. There may be a heap of dust under the feet of our goddess, but now he says minute particles are sufficient for what? Bhavam virinchihi sanchinvan virachayati lokan avikalam. Virinchi is Brahma. He is responsible for Rachana or Srishti. From the word Rachana, Virinchi has come. So Virinchi is Srishtikarta Brahma. What does Brahma do? He collects Sanchinvan, collecting minute dust particles under your feet. What does he do? Virachayati lokan. He creates so many lokas. How many lokas are there? How many worlds are there? We know 14 worlds are there. Bhu, Bhuva, Suva, Jana, Maha, Tapa, Satya. These are the higher worlds. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala. The lower worlds. Altogether 14 such worlds are there. Avikalam. He doesn't leave anything. All entirety. Avikalam is not leaving anything. He creates the 14 worlds. How? By collecting minute dust particles which are found under your lotus feet. See what importance is given to the dust particles. How does he create? He is only like a robot. Why only he? Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, all these people are like programmed robots. We know what a robot does. Many of us have it in our house also for cleaning the house. For sweeping and wiping the house, we have a small robot. It is programmed. Simply switch it on, it goes around and does the work, only work which it is programmed for, not anything else. In the same way, Brahma is capable of only creating because he is programmed like this by our Jagannatha. We can imagine the power of that dust particle now. She is the one who creates the Panchamahabhutas. All of us know Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi. These are the 5 Mahabhutas. She creates these Mahabhutas. And then, from these Mahabhutas, everything is created. According to our scientists, every matter consists of atoms. Every atom consists of neutron, electron, proton, etc. Most of us have studied a little bit of science, at least we are aware of this. Now this atom, everything is created by her. She herself is there in every atom. Dust is there. Her foot dust is there in every atom. Now imagine, what is this body? Body is Panchamahabhutas. Panchamahabhutas is nothing but these all atoms. So, in every part of our body. There are so many cells. Each and every cell has got so many atoms. What are these atoms? Dust particles which were there under the feet of our Jagannatha. So our whole body consists of that kind of dust. Aren't we all divine? Everything in this world is divine because everything is made up of this matter. Matter has come from her dust particles. So that is why the Sanatana Dharma says everywhere it is only he or she, nothing else. How beautiful it is. So every time we must keep on thinking, yes, this bodies come from her. So Brahma creates the 14 worlds by collecting dust from her feet. Next is Vahatyenam Shaurihi Kathamapi Sahasrena Shirasam. Next is Shauri. Shauri is Vishnu. What is his duty? Maintenance. Srishti is Brahma, Sthitikaraka. Maintenance is done by Vishnu. This is another robot. Vishnu is also another programmed robot. Maintenance is always difficult. Creation is slightly difficult. Destruction is very easy. Maintenance is very tough job. Take an example of a dress. We get a dress. Stitching a dress is slightly difficult, but it is only one-time job. Then later we buy that dress or get it stitched from the tailor. Then we wear it. Then we have to wash it. We have to iron it. Keep them safe. Some of the silk sarees you see, all the poochies come and eat that. There is a hole. Oh, when we open, there is a hole in this. I didn't maintain it properly. Maintenance is difficult, very difficult. Same concept here too. Brahma might have found it slightly difficult to create. For Shiva, very easy to destroy. Whereas Vishnu, very difficult to perform his job of maintenance, sthiti. How does he do? Sahasrena Shirasam. 1,000 heads. Does Vishnu have 1,000 heads? That we don't know. No, Vishnu doesn't have 1,000 heads. Vishnu takes the help of 1,000-headed or 1,000-hooded Adishesha. Serpent. As all of us know, he reclines on Adishesha. 1,000-headed. What is this serpent? Once again, our Sanatana Dharma gives highest importance to snake or serpent. It represents our Kundalini Shakti. We will be dealing with this in depth later when we talk about the different chakras. Energy centers. There are 7 such chakras. The base chakra is Mooladhara chakra. In every one, there is Kundalini Shakti, which is coiled like 3 rounds, 3.5 rounds. And as we keep becoming better and better spiritually, the mind becomes better and better. The Kundalini Shakti, like the snake, it comes upwards. And when it reaches the final, the 7th chakra, called Sahasrara chakra, then it is said that it is moksha. Now, every mountain gives support to so many trees, isn't it? On a mountain, we see so many trees growing, so many animals living, so many Siddha Purushas living. So it gives support. In the same way, our spinal cord gives support to so many organs of the body. I have some issue in the spinal cord because of which I have got leg ache. It doesn't have anything to do with the leg. But see, spinal cord is a support for even the legs, hands, head, everything is supported on the spinal cord. That is nothing but the Kundalini Shakti. So the Meru mountain gives a support to the world in the same way. This spinal cord, in Sanskrita, it is called as Merudanda. It gives support to different organs of the body. So we can say that this Kundalini Shakti is the Adhara Shakti, supporting energy, supporting power. Who is this Kundalini Shakti, by the way? Who is this Adishesha? None other than Jagannatha. So now we understand how Vishnu is doing all this job with the support of Shakti, with the support of dust under her feet. Taking that dust, collecting that dust, Vishnu performs his job of maintenance. And the next is Haraha Sangshuddyainam Bhajati Bhasito Dhulanavitim. Next is Shiva. What does Shiva do? Sangshuddyainam. Reduces everything to ash. Then what does he do? He applies, anoints his body with this bhasma, and we call him as Bhasma Bhushitanga, Vibhuti Dharana. He applies that on his body. She comes in the form of Mahakali. And all of us are hooked. The hooks are released. So Shiva is known as Mahakala. Then all of us go back. Pralaya takes place. All of us go back. What is Laya? Not total destruction. This we have seen in Upadesha Sara. Laya means we go for some time and then again come back. With the same bag and baggages, we all come back. So it is not destruction. He is able to do because of her only. In Devi Bhagavata, there's a beautiful story. Once this Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, they became egoistic, thinking that they are doing all these jobs. I am the Srishti Karta, thought Brahma. Then maintenance Sthiti is being done by me, Vishnu thought. Shiva thought, I am the Laya Karta. So suddenly what happened? They were all sitting in their aeroplanes. Suddenly the aeroplane started going, flying higher and higher. They were not able to understand what is happening. They were going through different, so many lokas. And in every loka they are seeing there is one Brahma, one Vishnu, one Shiva. Oh, what is all this? They thought they are the ones who are creating everything, but this is what they saw. And after some time, all their planes landed on the Milky Ocean, the Kshira Sagara. They did not know what was happening. They saw their beautiful parks. This explanation will come later again in one of the shlokas, 6th or 7th shloka. We will see the explanation later then. Beautiful explanation about it. Then they saw a beautiful palace. And there were many ladies. They all came out and took their hands and took them inside. As they entered inside, their form changed to all female form. They all became ladies. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, all became ladies. They started wondering what is happening to us. As they entered, moved further inside, on the beautiful throne, beautiful, gorgeous our lady, the CEO of the universe, she is seated there. She smiled at these people and then said, "Oh children, come, come. Then she said, take all these Shaktis from me and then do your jobs. Don't think that you are the ones who are doing this. Oh, then they realized, oh, we are not doing anything. She is the one who is making us do. So she said, take Saraswati, Lakshmi, Parvati, who are none other than I myself, and continue your job. So they all went back to their abodes and continued their work. So this is how she taught lesson. This appears in Devi Bhagavata, not a story by me, in Devi Bhagavata. This is how she taught lessons to Deva Devas. What about us? Any minute job, I have done it. We are only instruments. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Nimitta matram bhava. You are only an instrument, Arjuna. Don't think that you are going to kill them. I have already killed all of them. So every time we think that I am doing it, that thought should immediately arise in us. We are only instruments. She is the one who is making us do. Next shloka, shloka number 3. Avidyanamantah timiramigira dvipanagari jadanam chaitanyaga tabakamakaranda shrutijari daridranam chintamani gunanika janma jaladho nimagnanam damshtra muraripuvarahasya bhavati. This third shloka is known as Kama Raja Mantra. I repeat that. Third shloka is known as Kama Raja Mantra. Whatever desires we have, whether it is worldly or spiritual, all will be fulfilled if we chant this shloka. So says the Tantra Shastra, the Shaktas who worship Shakti, they are called as Shaktas. Like how Vishnu worshippers are called Vaishnavas, in the same way, Shakta is the word used for the devotee of Shakti. The Shastra of Shakta say that this is the third one, is the mantra. Any mantra is like a missile. Recently we have seen, just last year we have seen war between India and Pakistan. So many missiles were fired. Missile by itself has power. But just by keeping it there, we don't get the power of it. We don't realize the power of it. What should be done? It has to be launched. There should be a launching pad for it. Unless it is launched, the power of the missile will not be known to us. In the same way, every mantra has its own power. But we should become the launching pad for it. By repeating these mantras, we become the launching pad. And whenever we want, the power can be utilized by us. Preferably, not for any worldly desires, but still, we do have so many worldly desires. For both spiritual as well as worldly desires fulfillment, this shloka can be used. Mantra. Avidyana mantaha timira mihira dvipa nagari. Avidyana. For people who are having this avidya. Now this shloka says, whatever you want, accordingly she is going to give you. Now for example, if I have some disease, I will not be able to meditate. I will not be able to do anything else except this roga. I should be relieved of this disease, isn't it? somebody else wants something else to be fulfilled. Somebody else wants jnana. Somebody else wants moksha. Whatever we desire for, whatever we beg for, that she gives. So for people who are in this avidya, what is avidya? Avidya is like a knot, K-N-O-T, knot, which is blocking the flow of energy within us. Like we see in Lalita Sahasranama, Brahma Granthi Vibedini, Vishnu Granthi Vibedini, Rudra Granthi Vibedini. Granthi is not an organ. Some kind of centers which are blocking the flow of energy within us. Because of which our spiritual progress is not happening. Because of avidya, we get desires. This should happen, that should happen, that shouldn't happen. That person should not be there in my life. Isn't it? This situation should not come at all in my life. This situation should come in my life. So this kind of desires are there. When we get desires, we lose our discrimination capacity. Aviveka arises. Because of this aviveka, that is capacity, lose the capacity for discrimination, we become egoistic. Lot of attachment, raga, dvesha. Because of which we have lot of fear, anxiety, tension. So for such people, antaha, she ends that avidya. How? Timira Mihira Dvipa Nagari. Mihira is sun, Surya. One name for Surya is Mihira. Mihira Dvipa Nagari. Early morning, if you go to Kanyakumari beach, most of us have seen sunset or sunrise, we see. How does it look? It appears as though the sky is touching the water surface. Like the Prithvi, Bhumi and Akasha, as though they are touching each other. And beautiful color, sunrise. So that time, we call this as Ushodaya. At that time, that color you see, light orange, and slowly becomes slightly reddish and then becomes golden yellow and then bright color. By the afternoon, 12 o'clock in summer, we know how hot it is. How did it start? It was totally dark. Then slowly, little by little, it came up, the sun rays, the Mihira Dvipa Nagari. It is like the island of sun god. That slowly the rays come up and Timira is darkness or Ajnana. That is totally removed or destroyed. By the afternoon, absolutely there is no darkness. In the same way, avidya is destroyed. So it depends on our perspective. What are we worshipping her for? Is it for my son to get married? Or I have to get a job? Or my children should get good seats in good colleges? Or I have some disease? I want to be rid of this disease? Or do I want moksha? Depends on how we look at her. Whatever we want, she gives. Because she is a mother. She gives the best to us. Most of us are mothers here. Biological mothers who have given birth to 1 or 2 children. We know how we behave. If there is anything which is nice, we keep it for the child. Forget about that while making dosa. If one dosa tears, then we keep it for ourselves. Whereas the one which has become nice, crispy, oh, this my son, my daughter likes it, I'll give her. Isn't it? Most of the mothers are like this. That is why Shankaracharya says, Kuputro jayeta kumata na bhavati. There is no kumata. There is no bad mother. When we, human bodily, biological mothers, can have so much of love for our biological children, what about this Jaganmata? Doesn't she have love for us? What kind of love it can be? Unimaginable compassion and love for us. Second line, he says, Jadanam Chaitanyaha Tabaka Makaranda Shruti Jhari. Jadanam. There are some people who are not interested in anything. Highest level of tamas. For such people, she gives enthusiasm. How? Tabaka Makaranda Shruti Jhari. Like how you have a bunch of flowers. From this bunch of flowers, there is nectar oozing out. Shruti Jhari. Like stream of nectar flowing out of the bunch of flowers. She creates enthusiasm in people who are very inert or dull-headed. Like Murkha. Then, Daridranam Chintamani Gunanika. For Daridra, destitutes, poor. Poverty does not mean only monetary wise. Yes, if you don't have money, you are poor, okay, that is one kind of Daridra. There are so many such Daridras. Lack of love for anybody, lack of interest for anything, all these are Daridra only. One of the satsangas that I attended, one Swamiji said, if you are talking too much, this is another kind of Daridra. I think most of us fall into this category. We must reduce this. Unnecessary talks. Unnecessarily talking about others, especially negative talks about others. We don't have much positive talks about others. Negative talk only is more. This is another kind of Daridra. For such people, Chintamani Gunanika. Imagine a poor person gets one Chintamani stone, one gem. What is Chintamani? Wish fulfilling gem. Whatever you wish for, immediately it will be fulfilled. That is Chintamani. Does she give one Chintamani? No. She gives Gunanika, a necklace. How many are there in that? That we don't know. One itself is sufficient. Now she gives us one necklace itself. Like how Adi Shankaracharya chanted Kanakadhara Stotra for that poor lady when she gave dry gooseberry as alms. There was nothing else with her. So he chanted Kanakadhara. Then we know the story what happened. In the same way, for all destitutes, she simply gives necklace of Chintamani. Then Janma Jaladhau Nimagnanam, for people who are immersed in this samsara. Janma Jaladhau, the ocean of births. That means cycle of births. Birth, death. We are coming, going. What does she do? She lifts us. How? Danshtra Muraripuvarahasya Bhavati. We know the story of Vishnu taking the form of Varaha to uplift Mother Earth, who was hidden by Asura Hiranyaksha under the water. So he took the form of Varaha and in his Danshtra, that is the tusk, he lifted Mother Earth. Just like that, she is going to lift all of us who are immersed in this dukkha samsara. It depends on what we pray for. What is our mindset? Based on the mindset, she gives. Yat bhavam tat bhavati. Like our bhava, the same thing happens. That is why we must always think of positive. We keep on thinking of negative. What will happen if this happens? What will happen if this happens? Negativity is there. Definitely that will happen. So let us not think about anything like negative. To the extent positive, to the extent possible, positive thought should be generated within us. We must try for it. Whenever any negative thought occurs, no. A big fort is there. Security guard should be there. No, I don't allow you inside. There should be a powerful security guard. These are all like powerful security guards for us. Otherwise, we become like Mahishasura. First is foolishness. Then laziness. Then egoistic. All these put together represent Mahishasura. We all become Mahishasura only. So to reduce all these kind of qualities, we need to worship her. Let us see the next one. Shloka number 4. Twadanya panibhyam abhayavarado daivata ganaka tvameka naivasi prakatita varabhitya bhinaya bhayatratum datum phalamapi cha vancha samadhikam sharanye lokanam tavahi charana veva nipunau. Once again, Adi Shankaracharya glorifies the power of her lotus feet. Tavahi charanau eva nipunau. Charanau, 2 feet. In Sanskrita, there is ekavachana, dvivachana, bahuvachana. For 2, there is dvivachana, charanau. 2 feet. We don't have too many feet. Only 2. What does he say? Tvadanyaha panibhyam abhaya varato daivata ganaha. Apart from you, all the other devaganas, even though they are giving vara and abhaya, you are not acting like them. We will see the description of her body also. 4 hands. She does not show her hand abhaya mudra. Abhaya is like this, whereas vara is like this, downwards. The fingers downwards. Palm downwards is vara, whereas upwards is abhaya. Abhaya and vara. You are not acting like this. Abhinaya. Vara abhitya abhinaya. You are the only one who is not acting. He does not say others are acting, but he says you are not. You are the only one who is not acting. If you see any other gods, they do like this. Whereas she has got 4 hands, she has got other items in her hands. Let us see the items later. But you are not acting. And abhaya and vara, what do they mean? Abhaya, fearlessness. We have fear for everything. Starting from cockroaches, lizards, rats, snakes, any animal you see, dogs and cats, we are all scared. This is only about some kind of animals. Situations. If the situation occurs in my life, what will I do? Go to the hospital, see somebody suffering there, then immediately, if this happens to me, what will I do? Isn't it? Will my children take care of me? Fear of this, fear of diseases, fear of father-in-law, mother-in-law. Isn't it? Most of us have undergone all these. Or maybe creating for our next generation, our daughters-in-law, our sons-in-law, we may be creating fear for them also. Now he says fearlessness. When do we get this fearlessness? Moksha. Moksha is another name for abhaya. No bhaya at all. Because we get to know that aham brahmasmi. We get to experience it. Get to know theoretically, all of us know. But get to experience that. We reach that level. She blesses us with that level. With that kind of situation, that is abhaya. Then it is vara. Varada. Vara is bhoga. Any kind of worldly desires, yes, she fulfills this also. There may be other deities who do this. Both vara as well as abhaya, but not at the same time. Maybe this few births it is bhoga, vara. After so many births it may be Abhaya or Moksha. Whereas our Tripura Sundari Jaganmata is not like that. Bhoga and Moksha, same time. See the range of her blessings. They are all limited to only this. Do you want this? Okay, take only this. But she is going to give us Bhoga and Moksha. Bhoga, Moksha, Sukha, Dayini Ma. We sing in our bhajans. At the same time, she gives both. We understand that if you want moksha, we should forgo bhoga. We should become sannyasis, we should have vairagya, blah blah, etc. We understand. But she says, no, I'll give you bhoga. At the same time, I'll give you moksha also. This is what is glorified by Adi Shankaracharya here. Abhaya and Vara both are given by you, but you're not acting. You don't have to act. When you're doing it, you don't have to act. When you're not doing that, you'll have to act as though we know that. Isn't it? That is why he glorifies. Then, bhayat ratum datum phalam apicha vanchasam adhikam. She removes the fear, and then, how does she give? Phalam apicha vanchasam adhikam. Whatever we want, much more than that she gives us. But we don't realize it. Sometimes, we want a particular situation to happen in our lives. If it doesn't happen, immediately we get angry. We start telling our people, oh, I have been chanting Vishnu Sahasranama, chanting Ramanama, Shiva Nama, what all namas I chanted, I will stop everything now. Because people say he is kind, he is not at all kind, God is cruel. Because this is the level of our understanding. She or he knows the best for us. If that situation had happened in our life, it will not be beneficial for our progress in the spiritual path. Why that person has got, why am I not getting? Let us not compare. That person's background is different from this person's background. When we observe, if there is any pleasant situation, sukha, then we don't learn anything much because we are high up in the air. When there is happiness, we don't think of God or anything. It has happened because of me. Ego only rises up. Whereas, whenever there is any tough situations or the situation which gives us sadness, dukkha situation, then we try to analyze. We try to go within ourselves why this has happened. So this is beneficial for us. So let us not judge God by saying that she or he is not compassionate. I will not do this, I will not chant. We are the losers. If we don't chant, if we don't worship, we are the losers. What is going to happen to the goddess? Whether we worship or not, it doesn't make any difference to her. It makes difference to us. So let us accept every situation as her blessing for us. She knows what is best. So Shankaracharya says, she gives adhika, much more than what we ask for, what we have prayed for, much more than that she gives. This much of trust should be there in her. We should trust her like this. This is the best for me. At this juncture, I feel, why did this happen to me? But let me not question. She knows that this is the best for me. I am her child. She loves me the most. As a mother, definitely I will not give my child the worst. I will give the best to my child. Similarly, She is giving me the best. I am her child. So any tough situations in our lives, we should think in this way. Then we will develop more and more love for her. This is what Shankaracharya wants us to do. For our sake only, he has composed this. He has gone to Kailasa only for our sake, not for his sake. He didn't have anything to achieve. So we must try to inculcate in our lives. Not just chanting any of these shlokas, not even just understanding the meaning of it, but trying to implement them in our lives, especially when tough situations arise in our lives. This is the best for me. This is her prasada for me. So he says, Sharanye lokanam tavahi charanau eva nipudam. Your feet are expert in this. To bless us with something more than what we have asked for. For whom? Sharanye. You are the one to whom we all surrender. To all the people who come and surrender to her, she blesses everyone. All of us are her adorable children. So definitely, she is going to give us the best. And here one more perspective is, Shiva, as I said, is Chaitanya. He is only Sakshi or witness. Shakti is Kriyatmaka. She is passive as well as active. Both she is capable of. Shiva is not capable of Kriyatmaka or active, only passive. Similarly, a male body is capable of creating sperm. Female body is capable of creating ova. When these two get united, ovum gets united with the sperm, a new body is created. So a female body, to create a new body, needs the help of a male body. Male body can create only sperm. Generally, female bodies can create only ova. But special cases, female body can also create sperm. Whereas, even special cases, male body cannot create ovum. So as Jagannatha, she can create both sperm and ova. Shiva is only witness. Even for our next, how many births we have to take, we don't know. Depending on our bag and baggages, he remains only Sakshi. He is only witness. She is the one who is involving herself in our births, looking at our karma, looking at our bags. Oh, this let me reduce. They are all chanting Soundarya Lahari. Let me reduce their bag and baggages. She does it. Shiva is only witness. She is the one who actively involves herself in our lives. So whom should we worship now? Not that we should not worship Shiva, but Adi Shankaracharya praises her, glorifies her lotus feet and the dust particles under her feet. When Bhagavad Pada himself glorifies, how should we accept that a small particle is there on my head too? She is blessing me. Her feet are there on my head also. She has kept her feet on my head and I am really blessed by her. So this thought should be there in all of us, and with a beautiful smile on our face and smile from within, let us all worship her and derive that kind of bliss. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.